Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you an unboxing plus on-feet video of the Adidas F50 adiZero Messi edition in the brand new Battle Pack colorway. Now, as you can see, the box features the exact same pattern as well as the exact same colors that you're going to find on the shoe itself, along with your Messi branding right there. It is your standard Messi box, so it opens this way as opposed to the other way. And on the inside, you are going to get your extra insoles, which we'll take a look at in just a second. And you can see it's divided into two separate drawers, which is kind of a cool little touch. Now, in terms of the extra insoles, these are your comfort insoles that you get alongside the lightweight ones, which we'll take a look at a little bit later in the video. These are going to feature a synthetic suede liner on top, and they're made from a thicker, more dense, actually pretty high quality black foam material. You're also going to see that they have a saying on both the comfort and lightweight ones. This one says "One Nation," the other insole says "One Dream." Obviously that implies they'd like to win the World Cup, as would most countries, and this does have more of an Argentina theme to go along with, of course, the country Messi was born and is playing for in the World Cup. So other than that, you do, of course, get the shoes in the box, so we'll get these out of the box really quickly. And if you guys could take a second to leave a like on the video, it would be greatly appreciated. So here is a look at the Battle Pack Messi Edition F50 adiZero. So there are two Battle Pack colorways of the F50 adiZero for the upcoming World Cup. A standard black and white color, and then the black and blue color along with your white base, which is exclusively going to be worn by Messi in the upcoming World Cup. Now, the reasoning for the blue, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. It's to match the blue of Argentina's kit. It's Argentina's main color, and it actually looks pretty good on this shoe. It's an interesting concept by Adidas. I think the whole Battle Pack theme has been received with mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it. I honestly really like the look of the Battle Pack. I think every shoe looks pretty cool, and other than the Predator, I think my second favorite would definitely be the F50 series, both the Messi as well as the standard one. This one has a little bit more pop to it because of that blue coloring, but for the most part, it definitely is a very interesting idea and a very unique looking pattern, especially in person. So in terms of what this pattern is all about, you have a white base to the shoe, and then you have a black and blue pattern on top that is inspired by basically kind of war face paint from tribal, I guess, groups and tribal packs. I'm not sure exactly how to explain it, but it's tribal face paint, and it definitely does come across like that. I think that this particular pattern that we find on the F50 adiZero series reminds me a little bit of a cheetah. That's kind of the first thing I thought of when I see it. I guess leave your comments down below if you agree with me or not, but for the most part, it does have that kind of cheetah theme about it, which to me looks pretty cool. I'm happy with that. And again, I like the accent of blue going down the middle of the shoe. It's included and incorporated in the laces, as you can see. Even in the heel liner, it matches the exact same pattern, and you're going to see, as far as the colorway goes, you're going to find a 10 in the heel as opposed to a 14. 14 would normally represent 2014, but they've put 10 considering that this is Messi's signature shoe, and he's going to be wearing number 10 for Argentina this summer in Brazil. You can see on the back you do have Messi's signature logo, which you would come to expect on his signature colorway. Again, very cool logo, and it's in that neon orange color. You're going to find your neon orange Adidas stripes right here on both the lateral and medial sides of the shoe that accent well with the other colorways, and that's pretty much it as far as the colorway is concerned. The sprint frame, as you can see, is pretty much all white. The heel studs are clear, and then those studs in the forefoot are black, but they're more of a translucent black plastic, which again looks very, very cool. So that's pretty much it for the colorway. In terms of the actual shoe itself, this is pretty much the exact same shoe that we got from the original Messi colorway, which had more of that rainbow color, kind of incorporated all the Samba Pack colors into one. I'll leave an annotation on screen to that video if you guys missed it. You don't know what shoe I'm talking about perhaps, but this is essentially the exact same shoe in terms of how it's constructed. Features a one-piece hybrid touch synthetic upper, so none of the speed foil, that doesn't have that speed foil separation like you're going to find on the standard F50 adiZero colorways. As to whether or not that makes a difference in terms of feel or performance, honestly, the answer is no. They both feel and perform pretty much exactly the same, and there's not much of a difference in weight either, so please keep that in mind. It really doesn't matter. Go for the colorway you like best, and that's really my best advice here. But in terms of what you're getting from the synthetic F50 adiZero, the hybrid touch synthetic is definitely much thinner than what you're going to find on the LZ, the Nitro Charge, and of course the brand new Predator Instinct. It's very thin and very comfortable. It's a nice soft synthetic material, and it feels very natural on feet, but at the same time provides a very high quality barefoot touch for the ball. In terms of providing a nice clean barefoot feel, the new F50 adiZero is one of the best options currently out there on the market. One of my personal favorite and a highly underrated shoe at this point in time. Everybody has always been a big fan of the leather adiZeros, but this time around, trust me when I say that the synthetic model is much, much better than the leather variation for 2014. The Hybrid Touch Synthetic does feature an artificial leather grain finish across the entire upper, as you can see. And in terms of these little dimples, hopefully you guys can see it. They're kind of a clear, slightly textured dimpling across the entire upper. They're kind of like slightly grippy dots. And again, they're not going to make too big of a difference in terms of how you are going to make contact with the ball. It doesn't allow for a lot of extra grip, but it definitely is something that is noticeable in person visually, but again, not going to make too big of a difference in terms of overall performance. You're also going to find a slight reinforcement TPU layer right here in the forefoot. Again, that's just to allow for a stronger bond and better durability overall. And considering the lightweight construction of the shoe, it's actually surprisingly durable. It does have a central lacing system, as you can see. The tongue is also made from thin Hybrid Touch Synthetic, low cut in the heel, a surprising amount of padding, and a really nice synthetic heel liner right here. Again, considering the lightweight nature of this shoe, it's very, very comfortable, which is something that you don't see all that often. The extra set of insoles are, of course, the lightweight ones that are included in the shoes alongside the comfort ones. This one features a mesh liner on top, perforations throughout. Again, both shoes have their little saying there, and you can see that this is labeled lightweight. It's a thinner, much softer, spongier type of orange foam material. And again, it's just based on preference as to whether or not you want to wear the lightweight one or the comfort one. Again, one's not better than the other. Just wear the one that you like best. I would not recommend wearing both, though. I hear that a lot in the comments. Don't wear two insoles. It just doesn't make much sense. You really shouldn't do it. You're going to get extra slippage that isn't necessarily needed in the shoe. So in terms of the sprint frame and sole plate, the sprint frame is essentially a sole plate. It includes a one-piece heel counter, and of course makes up the entire sole plate. It's a very kind of responsive thin plastic material that really is why this shoe is so light to begin with. It does of course feature your My Coach slot. This is one of two new high-end shoes, or two lines I should say, from Adidas that still have the My Coach slot along with the Nitro Charge line. The new Pred Instinct as well as the new 11 Pro line do not have these anymore, so if this is something that you still use, then you're kind of stuck with the F50s or the Nitro Charges, but that's again beside the point. Moving on to the stud pattern, this is the new F50 stud pattern as well. Really well. I recently did a traction test on the F50 adiZero as well as the Crazy Light edition. Very interesting video, very informative in terms of how the shoe performs when it comes to traction and just general responsiveness. And again, if you missed that video, I'll leave an annotation on screen. Go ahead and check it out. But that's pretty much it in terms of what you need to know about the colorway as well as the tech specs behind the Messi F50 adiZero, and move on next to a quick weigh-in so you can see how lightweight these guys are. Arguably the main selling point of the F50 adiZero is of course the lightweight construction of the shoe, and if you're looking for the lightest of light in terms of soccer equipment, the F50 adiZero model is definitely something to consider. So I'm going to weigh this pair for you today in real time. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9 US, and it has the comfort insole currently on the inside. So we're going to throw it on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 5.8 ounces. It's really the only shoe at this point in time in that 5 ounce range, other than of course the F50 adiZero Crazy Light, which is a fair bit lighter than this shoe. Not necessarily to the point where you're going to notice it on feet, but again, if you're looking for a really solid lightweight shoe that's actually surprisingly durable and surprisingly comfortable, the F50 adiZero for 2014 in the synthetic upper variation is an absolutely fantastic option, Messi variation or not, so please keep that in mind. Other than that though, guys, that's it for the weigh-in portion. We'll move on next to a quick on feet so you can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit and of course what the sizing is like. Alright, here's a look at the Messi Battle Pack adiZeros on feet. And aside from being visually striking, these feel like any other pair of F50s, which is definitely a very good thing. What's great about the new synthetic F50 is that they've tweaked the shape to a certain point where there's really no excess space on the inside of the shoe whatsoever. It really does have a high quality premium fit that I would say is just as good as what you get from the Mercurial Vapor 9, which really has been the major flaw of the synthetic F50 up until this latest model. So again, in terms of fit, if you're looking for that tight barefoot feel, you're getting it from this shoe. Because of that tight fit, it also isn't the widest shoe. So as long as you don't have excessively wide feet, I would say that these should fit you pretty well. But for the most part, again, if you have wide feet, you're not going to get much stretch out of this upper, and it's just quite simply going to be too narrow for you. In terms of sizing, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit is pretty much perfect right at the tip of the toe. So again, if you are looking to get a pair of these for yourself, please keep in mind that they run absolutely true to size. Alright guys, that's it for my review of the Messi Battle Pack F50 adiZero. Definitely a unique colorway, and I think that Adidas did a good job of putting a Messi spin on an already unusual design that is the Battle Pack tribal pattern. Overall, in terms of performance though, the 2014 F50 adiZero is an absolutely fantastic shoe, and if you're looking for one of the lightest options out there in the market that still has incredible performance aspects about it, this is a fantastic option overall. If you guys would like more information on the shoe, I will leave more annotations on screen, such as review videos that I have on this particular product. And of course, if you guys want more detailed info, be sure to check out the full written review on my website, linked down below in the description. On that same review page, you will find the high quality images that I took myself, just to give you a better idea as to how these do look in person, as well as buy it now links with the best prices online, allowing you to pick these up below the retail price. So be sure to go ahead and check that out. If you have any questions or comments regarding this shoe, be sure to leave them down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. All of my social media information is down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.